If you don't know anything else, I want you to know this. Okay. These kids, these grown people, these so-called friends are lying. Okay, they are lying. Let's check this.
Coast, there's a boating and fishing is very, very popular. The 4th of July, every year, my friends and I, or my family and I, are out on the water. I mean, that's the one day is guaranteed everybody's going out. And that's a known thing. Everybody's trying to get a ride out to Horn Island, or, people go to Ship Island, but most of everybody from Ocean Springs and the Gulf Coast go to Horn Island. I mean, this was a common thing. My friends go on the boat when we're home. Very, very common. That's what we like to do. My friends like to fish also, and like to go on the boat. Not just
No, no. So if you have not caught the story, we're gonna go. We're gonna review a few things right quick. Hold on, let me make sure we're good to go. We should be good to go. I'm not worried about the sound. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. The sound is good. The sound is good. Sound is good. Hello, welcome. We are streaming live now on TikTok, YouTube. We did Facebook earlier separately, but we are in all platforms tonight. Welcome. Listen, you know the whole thing about this, and I know a lot of people they're enraged. A lot of people are upset. A lot of white people are even like, I guess you guys will leave race out of it and things like that. And I just know for a fact, not all, but a majority, that we all know that something is wrong with this entirety of this story. And Officer Brashfulness, Bushwick Bitch Tatum is getting his money's worth out of this right here, because this should be he's really doing financial exploitation, if you want to ask me, because I work in that field sometimes with different things you got to know. But this is emotional exploitation, and he's doing this. But Officer Tatum has now released a full bandwidth, it's a full series now on his page. You can go over there and check it out. We're going to be looking up a little bit of this, and he has released this. So let's go over a few things. And I also want to point out something to you all that I seen, that I heard from one of my favorite bloggers. Let's go into this, and then we gonna just continue on and what's going on in the story. Hold on.
fishing, but like to go on the boat, like to go on sunset cruises, like just like to do it all, on the water, And I mean, Nolan loved to do that too. I mean, he was not like he was just like everyone else in our friend group. He loved to go on the water and have a good time with the guys, and that's what we did a lot. But 4th of July,
Line.
everybody was out there. Like I said, like Nolan was always trying to go on the boat, trying to go out there with us, and he was always welcome to come. Nolan was always out there with us, and
See, y'all, what we call this is, what he's doing is he's splaining. I like Tariq Nasheed when Tariq Nasheed be saying that he come them explaining. He's splaining, and he's splaining. He's splaining. He's splaining. What gets me is this. Um, you can tell when somebody's lying, because he goes all into these other intricate details through this whole entire story of this and that. But we've heard this right here, but I just want to point out that we know that this is a lie. Let's go over here to this right here. Let me get rid of this. Let's bring this up. This is I didn't even know this is a trip. So the phone call came out, the full phone call. What gags me is this. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out why. You know. I heard a few people over on the talk streets, and they were discussing this. And as they were discussing this, they were saying that they were doing channeling with with Nolan, no shade, no like that. But this evidence seemed to start pairing out that that Nolan was on that boat. Nolan was on that boat. I want to let you hear what I heard. Let's go into this. Shout out to Get This Work as well, Nikki at Night, all the black content creators who is keeping belt to ass on this. And then also, it's a case going on over in Birmingham, Alabama. I want to touch on as well about this other guy saying so. But this is the actual, what they forgot is that with this new AI stuff now, you know, you really get to understand that when it goes to when you first call and connect, it's ringing, right? Before they answer, it is already recording. And so we're getting that piece of that. Let's go.
Is he dead? Not from a first responder, not from law enforcement. Those words, captured in the background of what was supposed to be a routine maritime distress call, appear on a recording where the same caller told the dispatcher, without a single moment of hesitation, that everyone on board was completely fine. Same call, same recording, two contradictory realities, seconds apart. If you have followed this case, you already know the GPS data. You know the contradicting eyewitness accounts.
Okay, so y'all,
you know what the
did you hear? I want to go back. Maybe did you hear? Okay, so what basically what this is saying is, okay, before that the call connected, right? It just we gotta. I know people want to go into this whole thing of, oh, race. It could be race. Let me tell you something. It's Mississippi. At the end of the day, you could be a white parent, and I mean, just gonna swap this back over on y'all. Now, if you was a white parent, now, what, you know, a lot of times, if your child is the only white one in that group, normally normally when you catch your only, if it's the only white kid in a group of black people, 9 out of 10, they mama got a bob, and they did it. Her boyfriend named Jerry. You know what I'm saying? So that's just prone to what that is. You know what I'm saying? But in this case right here, you know what I'm saying? You if like if you come from that type of people, you're gonna be nervous. So same thing. But right here, in this case of just looking at the phone call, listen to this shit. Something ain't right with this. You hear it? Dead. Now they on this boat, and in the connection of this phone call, they're asking, "Is he dead?" You know what I'm saying? Like, no, Nolan was like not trying to shade nobody else on TikTok. I was saying something, not trying to tell you it, but listen, whatever happened on that boat. So you know that they was somehow in the Let me take this down. You know they was somehow over in the for the autopsy, right? You know, they were saying like he had like the red discoloration in the back of his neck or whatever, right? In the top part of his head, right? But they really couldn't explain it. Let me tell you what my thought is on it. I think that even though they couldn't explain it, you know what I'm saying? They were trying to explain, even though they couldn't explain it, I think what the thing is that they was fighting and somebody slammed his head against it. Like that's the only thing I can really see that somebody hit his head against it. Like real talk, they had to. They had to hit his head against it. That's what happened, and that's why, you know, it's there. That's the only right there. Let's see, it's there. And on top of it too, they telling Officer Bushwick more information than that they even needed to know. Now let's quickly go over to this. So let me tell y'all something. While I'm on this, shout out to Nick at Night, right? Shout out to her. Shout out to her. That's my baby. I watch her. She's awesome. She's resilient what she does, and what you know when she covers the case, bitch. Listen, you gotta put you gonna be like this, cause she could be like, now okay, point out of this. She gonna have point. I love it. Shout out to Nick at Night. So let me tell you what Nick at Night was saying, and I don't think nobody else really caught this. I don't think nobody caught this, y'all. Check this out. When I was watching Nick at Night, she said this. It really just, I was like, this is how you know these are her stories. So again, I was showing you a minute ago. About the about Bushwick, and he doing the interviews with Warren and all the friends, Jay Vaughn and all them people. This and that, everybody saying that he's best friend, but ain't nobody met their mom and all this. So Nick was on her platform, and she said this. Let me see. Let's go into this. Let me see. Can I blow this up? Shout out to her. She is awesome in what she does.
It's your girl.
Okay, I got to refresh this, y'all. Hold on. Let me refresh this. Refresh current values. Thank you.
All right.
Hold on.
Hey, what's up?
Hold on, y'all. But she said this, and I was just really gagged because I was like, you know what? This girl is on this or whatever. She is on this. She is on this. Damn, it won't let me stretch out. What I do to it? Fuck it, I'm gonna leave it like this. Let me see. Let's go to the part where she said this at. I want to say I got it right here. Let's go to this part. Hold on, let me get this off.
Not at all. Like, not once. Like, where'd you get this background information from?
How many people are on that island from your vantage point?
On the 4th of July?
Yeah.
Thousands? 13 miles? Like, I mean, you're talking hundreds and hundreds of boats that are carrying minimal.
Now, listen, it's going to come up. I want us to get into the groove of this. Now, I'm not sure if anybody else caught this with what she pointed out, but to me personally, I feel like I agree on 100% with her because this how you know these stories are rehearsed. Let's go. I want to see. Let me make sure we're in the right part. Okay, let me go up just a little bit right here. I think
Behind the helm of a boat.
Hold on. What is with these very specific numbers?
Okay, now listen. I don't know about nobody else. I'm just saying, listen to this. Y'all listen to this. Listen to this woman. Listen, this woman pointed out something. I've been seeing a lot of people cover this stories and that, but you know, everybody got their own thing. But one thing I like about her is this right here is because when she said, I said, you know, good point. Listen.
Goes out a narrative that nobody said and then gets these boys to debunk something that is not even the conversation.
No. We, from the time they left, including myself, and also when I left the island, I could have named 50 people I really trust behind the helm of a boat.
Hold on. What is with these very specific numbers that they're giving? In Warren's interview, he said, oh, it's a common thing. It's common that people go on one boat and come back on another. Warren said,
tell us.
I can name 50 people who got on a boat with one person and came back with another. Now, he's very specific in saying, I can name 50 people that I trust. What's with this very specific number of 50? When you guys came with 20 to 30. Let me go to where was
check this
let
out.
me go to the other interview where
now
he said I can name 50 people that go on one boat with one person.
Check this out.
And come back with a whole nother person.
Check this out. This is crazy. It's crazy. Check this out.
Hold on. Let me go to the other one and then we'll continue.
Check this out. This is what she broke the other night to me. I love it. Check this out.
1 second. Hold on.
A lot of people do that. I could name probably 50 people out there that day that ran out with somebody and ran back in with somebody else. So, I mean, it's not like it's an uncommon thing, but it's not like we just left him there. A lot of people do that. I could name probably 50 people out there that day that ran out with somebody and ran back in with somebody else. So, I mean,
What do you say to that?
That's no. From the time they left, including myself, and also when I left the island, I could have named 50 people I really trust behind the helm of a boat that Nolan knew, that he knew, that he.
All I'm saying
A
is,
lot of people do that. I could name probably 50 people out there that day that ran out.
all I'm saying is, listen. This is what I call. Listen, I don't know who y'all be listening to all the time, but this is why I am very specific on, like, because like maybe because I got, no matter how gay I am, I might be, but I still got man stuff, and I got man ears. Women are very. That's how women always. That's how women, they are good investigators. Cause see, women are gonna do deep, and they gonna remember every word you say. This is why women always win. This is why Nancy Grace has got light on the case even more, because even though my eyebrows still up on her, but women are they gonna hear stuff that men ain't gonna hear. I'm telling you, they're gonna be like, no. That's not what you said before. They're gonna tell you that's not what you said before. You didn't say that. Yes, I did. No, you did not. You said this. Your friend said this, and they're going to point out each time you have fucked up. You never win the case when it comes to a woman. But shout out to Nikki Knight that she pointed this out, because this is very odd. Okay, tell me that ain't odd. What about this number with 50? What is this number with 50?
With somebody and ran back in with somebody else. So I mean, it's not like it's an uncommon thing, but it's not like we just left him there, or my friends just left him there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I could have named 50 people I really trust behind the helm of a boat that Nolan knew, that he knew, that he could go talk to. Even if
you don't find that suspicious? Hold on. We need the Dr. Umar soundbite.
Right.
Hold on, wait. We need the Dr. Umar. Hold on. Dr. Umar, you don't find that suspicious?
nobody would have ever seen, nobody would have ever left somebody on Horn Island.
Mm-hmm.
That's a place of everybody loves to go. Loves to go and hang out. That's their peace.
But shout out to her, because at the end of the day, that really poked out to me when she said that yesterday or the day before yesterday. Because I mean, looking at that whole thing with just that, like, they're trained, like they're ready, because y'all know the judge and already came out there, the mama judge or whatever. But back to let's go to this. Shout out to Nick. I love you, sis. You keep on doing what you do. Keep on doing what you do. Let's go into this. Which one is this? It? Okay, yeah. So back to this. Officer Bushwick Brandon Bitch Tatum has definitely found his way to monetize out of this as well. So of course now he has a full series on what really happened to Nolan Wells. And at the end of the day, to give you a short reference so I can save you from watching this whole toboggle, he doesn't answer the question of what happened to Nolan Wells. The title says what really happened to Nolan Wells, but just the conclusion of the series, videos, or whatever, we don't know what happened to Nolan Wells. So that's just real truth. Okay, it's not lying. So now he got a whole series. Now it's about, he got broke him up, because YouTube gonna pay. So he broke all his videos up. He got broke them up, and he got different ones. And I don't even know why. See, I don't know. Being a Mississippian, because I was born in Mississippi, what gets me is this. We all know something. We know something today after hearing that phone call that we just heard a minute ago, and they was yelling, he dead. We know for a fact. We know something happened to him. But now he has a full series, as you can see right here too. And he's going through each thing with him.
But started 4th of July, my buddies.
Yeah, so we went through this.
What exactly are people doing there? Like, are you spending more time in the water?
See, he's an officer, right? What gets me is this. Officer Tatum, why you didn't ask who bought the liquor? Because everybody's under 21 in the state of Mississippi. You have to be legally 21. Now I know with white people they have different rules and regulations, but on the bylaws and about the statements and about the constitutional things, they have to be 21 to be in there buying alcohol. So who was buying them liquor? That should be the question. Officer Tatum, who bought them liquor? Because if whoever bought them liquor needs to be brought to justice because they start this whole piece of shit by giving them uneducated motherfuckers, you know, rich babies, brains are developed alcohol. They didn't make logical decisions. That's who we need to go after. Bullshit.
On the island, in the boat, like how is that? How is that look out there?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody, as soon as you get there, I mean, there's people on boats, yeah, grabbing drinks and, you know, food, whatever else. Like, I mean, everybody is fully prepared for the 4th of July. They bring, you know, all the drinks and food that they need.
So he did the interview with that one right there. He did the interview with him. And then he did the interview with the other guy. And then he did an interview with all the other people. And then they brought this boy right here on here.
I'm not dark enough for them. I'm not black enough for them.
Shut the fuck up. This is what I be talking about. This is what I be talking about. Before you go lay down and get you some black dick, you need to understand we are black people. And if you see, this is problem right here. They want to be so adjacent. Like, why can't you? Oh, I'm not black enough. You're not black. Bitch, they finna show you. I guarantee you this right here. Guarantee you this right here. This boy right here. Guarantee you this right here. This boy right here. Guaranteeing you this. All them parents, everybody, his number blocked. He has no communication with none of them boys. Okay? And after this interview, that he is not gonna be spoken to no more. I guarantee you. They finna show him how black he is. How for you gonna say? I mean, who were the people point him out? Because again, you was hollering, it was black people around, but you saying, well, I'm not black enough. Who said you wasn't black enough, bitch? We know you got something, but I know you ain't black like that. You a little Hispanical. And why your clothes is dirty like this? They brought you on here looking like a damn bum. They brought you on here looking like a bum. Officer Tatum knew what to do. He said he gonna keep the rest of them country clean with some nice Walmart pants on, whatever they got from Dick's, the clothing store out of there. And then you come up here with these bleached clothes on, dirty pants and stuff, backwards hat. You said the girlfriend was nice, she's your wife, you ain't got no wedding ring on. You ain't black enough. Now you making it about race. And we all want that. The series say what really happened to Nolan Wells, and they now one of y'all telling us what really happened to motherfucking Nolan Wells. Tell us what happened. Oh Lord, tell us what happened. We need answers. ANSWERS. Okay, we need answers, and you are not giving us any answers. But let's see what this motherfucker was talking about. Let's go.
And now I'm the issue. It doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, it doesn't make sense.
Was Nolan? I mean, obviously you were in a friend group, but the way the media makes it seem is that almost as if Nolan was the only black person in this whole friend group. Now they don't even mention you. They don't bring you up in this whole thing when it comes to, you know, what happened at Horn Island. So what's your take on Nolan being, you know, presented as like the only black kid in a group of all these white boys?
That's crazy, man. I know.
You know what gets me? You know what gets me as well? You know, check this out. What gets me is this. You know, when it come down to it, right? You know, when it comes to it, like I seen, it's kind of weird. It's like every time it come down to some weird shit happening like this, you know, from my black experience, not trying to be about color or whatever, but I'm black. So you didn't know I'm black. Unfortunately, I'm black. You know, if you didn't know, I am black. It gets me because they always take these weird pictures. Like every time, remember that girl that went to like sleep over with her white friends or whatever, and they had this picture and she was the only one black one there in her robe or whatever. That movie Get Out was real. I'm trying to tell y'all, they just didn't. Oh shit, hold on. I popped on loud. But yeah, that movie Get Out was real to me. In my opinion. It was real. It was real. It was real. It's some crazy shit going on. So let's go over here before I get off. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a friend. But yeah, I just want to let y'all know that the series, we heard the phone call. We know now You heard the girl gasp, this and that, and all of them run off complaining. But they mamas and daddies, the truth is gonna have to come to the light, because at the end of the day, something seriously crucial happened to that boy. Something crucial happened to that boy. So you can't deny that. You really, really gotta just stand 10 toes down and say, listen, that's what happened to him. That's what happened to him. Something. Let's go over here to the Talk Universe, and we're gonna go and have a look see over here with some things that's going on over here for a second, and then we're gonna go. I want to go and watch. I've been watching, but anyway, before I close this out, as you can see, Officer Tatum got a whole series over here, or the boy explaining himself, but it's all lies because he still ain't told us what happened to Nolan. So, whatever. Goodbye. Okay, so I'm gonna come back live in a little bit because I got another story to talk about. But let's go over to excuse me. Okay, let me see. Can I pull this up? Thank you for being a friend. Traveling down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. If we threw a party.
All means, but I did try to enhance the background so we can hear more of what was said. I'm going to feature just the parts where you can hear people talking in the background. I want to be very clear. This is my interpretation of the enhanced audio in the background. It is not a confirmed transcript. Grain of salt.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Hello? Do you need the United States Coast Guard?
No, we do not need that.
All right. Do you have your current GPS coordinates?
Let me go look. Try that.
All right.
I know we have a membership, guaranteed. I don't
All
have
right.
the tag
Unless
on
you
here.
have a membership number. How many adults, sir? That was the question.
So we've heard that. Let's go over here to the system that's going on. I don't want to watch that. Hold on. I don't see it.
Now, because this man has broke the case. I don't know if he intended to. I don't know if he playing good cop to get the information out. I don't suspect him to be that type of person. Maybe this was all by accident. Maybe he's a master genius in disguise. Maybe he has infiltrated. Who knows? But all I have to say is, dear Mother Teresa, and that's not her name. I'm just not going to say her name. You shouldn't have came out and said them boys didn't see Nolan until 3 p.m., or that's the last time that they seen him, brother. Because to say that the last time you seen him was at 3 p.m., but now your son, stepson, whatever son, gets on there with Officer Tatum, or my bad, Detective Tatum, and tells him, oh, well, we were telling him to get on the boat because the boat was sinking. It's not verbatim what he said. It's jumbled all around in there. You got to listen to it again. Use some critical thinking in there as well. But that man said, my friend was telling him, get on the boat. He said he was going to stay with Katie. And Katie, Detective Tatum had said, well, didn't the girl say? He was like, oh, yeah, Katie had said that, and he hesitated. Hesitation caused fear because the words started getting jumbled. Y'all got to know ball. That man said, Katie also said that she was screaming, telling him, Nolan, to get on the boat. And then today we hear the call to the Coast Guard or whomever it is, and we all can hear it. I'm the first to tell y'all, hey, you're reaching. Y'all reaching, y'all doing too much, man. You are gullible, you're stupid, you're dumb. You do not have any type of, forget critical thinking. You can't think at all. If you cannot hear clear as day, don't be, oh my God, Nolan. Like that, oh my God, let me know everything I need to know.
Oh my God, y'all, the Nolan Wells story just got even deeper. Guess who he was kin to?
I wanted to give my 2 cents about the Nolan Wells case because my mother is decent friends with his mother, Christine Wansley. They used to work together, and so basically since the day he went missing, I've been checking in, looking in on it. Whenever I first saw the post he was missing, right? I was like, oh no, I hope Nolan gets found, okay? Didn't think anything of it until the day that they found his body. I didn't look too much into the rumors before that, okay? But all I gotta say is, there were hundreds, if not thousands of people on that island.
Okay.
Ain't no way in hell not a single person saw what happened to that boy. A human being surrounded by hundreds of people doesn't just disappear out of thin air. Do I think that there was some racial motivation? Not necessarily, no. I don't think that there's enough evidence that points to that. But do I think that his friends got scared and lied? And do I think that it's okay to make a big deal out of this? Abso-fucking-lutely, yes. Not a singular person on this earth would just sit back if somebody that they love dearly mysteriously went missing and died. You would go to the ends of the earth too.
Yes,
you would get all of the attention for it too.
Yes, you would.
To find out the truth.
Yes, you would.
Hop off of Miss Christine. Okay.
All right, right, wrong.
Okay, so I stand corrected. WAFB 9 in Louisiana just posted the full audio clip of the boat distress call. And A, it does start recording before the operator picks up. And B, the audio that was circulating around is real, kinda. Now, in the audio that WAFB 9 posted, there is a hold call song that's being played, and that was not in the audio that was surfacing. So maybe someone extracted it out. I'm not sure. But also, I don't hear that first female voice that comes on, you know, the one that says, there's an island over here or something, or I see an island over here. I don't hear that voice on this call, but maybe I just can't hear it because the hold call sound is so high. Nonetheless, the other parts of the video where they say Nolan twice, which my editing app detected twice, that is heard in this call that WAFB posted. You also hear him say, Nolan, don't die. So yeah, I stand corrected. That part of the call is real. So here's the audio that WAFB 9 posted.
Detail assistance, Vicky speaking. How can I help you?
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership.
All right, of course. How far is the water coming up, sir? Can you give me a description? Ankles?
Oh, my bad, y'all. I was sitting talking the whole time. I'm sorry. But anyway, I was trying to say that, yeah, this is that. I don't shout out to Nick and Knight again, because like I said, like the things, but they pointed this out. But like I was just saying a minute ago, but my sound was off. We know who exactly Officer Tatum is. And Tatum is really, like the dude said, Tatum is really, in a way, he really opened up a lot of different eyes to this entirety of the thing, and he don't even realize he did, and that's okay. He didn't realize he did, but guess what? Long as we know he did, he's a dummy, and dummies will always be dummies. But you know, yeah, I like it though sometimes, because I like you to be so bold that you dumb. I want you to be so smart that you just know it all and you just know it, and at the end of the day, you really just telling on yourself. Ain't that something? I love when a motherfucker tell on himself. Just sit there. Motherfucker tell you something. Most of the time, it'll unravel alone. You know, it'll unravel. You got to just be patient. It'll unravel. You know, whatever it is in life, like, you know, relationships, job, whatever it is, it'll unravel. But sometimes, you know, I think I've learned in my experience that usually I respond too quickly. So at my later age now, I don't respond. I just kind of sit there out. I'm very withheld from it emotionally. I'm just like, okay. Because you could have been saying something, and I can think I know what it is. Now I'm more 9 out of 10, I'm right. But I'm going to sit there and let it unravel for sure. So then we got pure evidence of that's what the fuck it was. But I ain't even got to do nothing because, you know, a lot can always end up unfolding itself. It can. And Officer Tatum has really helped us do that. You know, he did receive that the Django Award for 2026, and you know that's what he does. So, but it's justice for Nolan. The phone call says a lot. This all says a lot. But his friends, his so-called friends, they are liars. They're liars that been lying. They just lie. You know, and I hate it for people that keep on relating everything to well, you know, we got to take race out of this. We had to take race out of this. You are one ignorant person to really understand this. Now, I know white people too. I have white friends and stuff, and I'm telling you, I talk to, ain't none of them talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're aware of what this is. Because just to be, you from America, you know, we establish ourselves off of racism and bigotry and, you know, free labor. That's how America became so great. Tell the truth. And you think that just disappears? I don't see how you would think after something of so much torture of slavery, free labor, unaliving, having breeding farms and hangings and lynchings and people fighting for rights, and they didn't get them until 1965. You telling me out of the blue, not even 100 years later, you're telling me it's supposed to just go away? No, racism ain't finna go away that easy, baby. We used about to. I'd be really astonished. I'd be like, y'all, this is America. Like, you know this America, right? This America. You thought racism gonna leave like that? How do y'all be saying you don't see skin color when just women couldn't even vote to a certain time? It ain't been 100 years that women could vote. Come on, baby. Come on. We ain't even had a woman president. These men, we got so much patriarchy right now. They set us up. So they don't even want a woman to lead. They don't care what color she is. That bitch ain't leading. This is America. Welcome to America. And you telling me with those same values and same morals and same standings and same buildings that we built America on, it's over just that fast. And y'all didn't even pay the people. They didn't even pay the people who built America. They gave reparations to everybody else except foundational black people. Okay. And then the next sentence you want to say, it's all over. I really do detest people who just be like, oh my God, this, like, you want to act like nothing ever happened. It is just so like, why would you nothing happened? Get over it. It's over. No, bitch, you get over it. No, sweetie. We're not gonna get over that. What the fuck? Damn, what would you think? Oh, Jesus. You build a foundation of a country on this. You still bodies of pits of unfound bodies still to be found to this day. You put a system against those people. You denigrate them. You enslave them. You do these things to them. But then 30 years, 40 years later, it's still happening here and there, most likely everywhere. And it's sad. And then you say, just it doesn't exist. Yes, it does. The thing is, we got to keep on working to fix it. Okay? Fuck your color. Okay? Look, Trump doing his thing with the whole the TPS order and the immigrants that ain't got nothing to do with us. We got more shit to worry about. Mm-hmm. Yep, sure do. More shit to worry about. But it still exists very heavily amongst us as well. Very heavy. And it's not going anywhere anytime fast or soon. Don't let it fool you. It's not going anywhere that fast. Bitch, what's wrong with you? It ain't going nowhere. So anyway, his